Hi Krista, so things are somewhat better than they were. I'm less sick, which has made everything much less overwhelming. And I bought a fridge, which is fun. So everything is broken here all the time, and when things break, I have to work with others to replace them or fix them. Our fridge broke like a month and a half ago, and we were without a fridge in the upstairs for quite some time. So we're getting a new one on Friday, and they're even gonna cart away the old really gross one. Because the thing about things that need to be refrigerated being at room temperature in a box for a long time is that they get kind of funky. So as a result, we have a funk fridge that's going to be replaced with a new and working fridge. Well, I say new, it's relatively new. The compressor is new, but the box is old. So fridges are basically just insulated boxes, but they have this compressor technology where a fluid goes from liquid to gas state and back again. So the liquid condenses in the back of the refrigerator where it's given off a bunch of heat. That's why the backs of fridges are always kind of warm. And then it passes into an expansion valve and the liquid becomes a gas because of the dramatic change in pressure. Then that gas is heated by the air in the refrigerator, or it cools the air in the refrigerator, depending on how you want to look at it. And then it passes back from the front end of the refrigerator into towards the back. There the vapor meets its friend the compressor, which compresses the vapor, making it really high energy, right? So it's hot and it's high pressure. That's then forced through a whole bunch of tubules, and those tubules cool that business down. And that's where the heat that's radiating off the back of the fridge comes from. Thus, the cycle is complete, and that is the whole secret to fridge magic. But it means that I get to choose from more things at the grocery store. The things I choose are going to last longer, and they will not spoil in such a way to make me sick as often or as quickly. So that's all very good, except that being able to choose more things means I can buy more things from further away, which is less good for the environment and maybe less healthy for me. Moreover, refrigeration is the technology behind air conditioning, which is really great. It makes where you live so much more pleasant, and where I live, well, we don't really need it. But I imagine that there are lots of communities in Arizona and Florida and elsewhere that would not be as large as they are were it not for air conditioning, because it makes it much more tolerable to a wider range of people. But that also means that people can live comfortably in environments that are not necessarily conducive to human habitation. And living in those environments has a somewhat greater ecological impact, not only because there's a greater energy cost associated with making the homes livable through air conditioning, but also through pumping in clean drinking water and water for crops. Sometimes the land in these environments is not necessarily conducive to agriculture, so food either has to be shipped in or the environment has to be altered pretty substantially in order to produce enough food to sustain the population. In both of these cases, with air conditioning and refrigeration, it means improved human lives, which is really important. But these things also have a substantial ecological impact, and that's important to consider. I guess we have to balance these things. It seems to me, though, that waiting for technology to catch up with our lifestyles, that is, make our lifestyles sustainable, is probably not the best model for living in an ecologically friendly way. So we probably have to change lifestyle factors in order to make our lives more sustainable. But I want a fridge. I may have thought about this too deeply. Krista, I will see you tomorrow.